January 2009. My manager came and said, you need to fly in next 7 days. I knew I was sealed, packed, and ready to be discharged. 17th Jan, it was a late night flight. I was coming to Chicago, United States for the first time. I was all excited in the flight. The flight took off. Out of excitement, I twisted my right palm. Little did I realize, my co-passenger, a 60-plus old man with this shitty face, seemed like a frequent flyer, frequent international flyer, was like, what the hell is this guy doing? I was made conscious by the beautiful lady on board the flight. Shh, sir, the flight is about to take off. Please settle down. I was like, very excited, first international flight. We landed in the Frankfurt International Airport in Germany. The layoff was not that long, but indeed it was 8 hours. But out of excitement, I was taking long hauls across the Terminal 3 of Frankfurt International Airport, desperately looking for a store to buy a bottle of water. I was seeing all the beauty stores, didn't find a single store to find a bottle of water. I found a person, I went to him and said, can you tell me a store where I can find a bottle of water? He said, G la francaise. And then he said, do j'avais franco? I was like, you know what? Sometimes the F words actually help you in desperate times. I immediately realized he's from France. I rubbed my stomach and said, I'm full. I need a bottle of water. The old trick to, enact, because people say, I was just wondering, English as the worldwide language is no longer true. I'm so desperate to get this bottle of water. The Good Samaritan forwarded me his bottle. He understood, I'm thirsty. I was a little skeptical. I smelled it. Although it looked like water, I really did smell it. I closed my eyes, I drank it. Landed in O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. On board my flight from Germany to Chicago, I met a person called Jim. We became very good friends in 9.5 hours journey. So while we landed, Jim was, explaining me about the US and the culture and everything. He said, we stepped out, he said, it's 20 Fahrenheit today. I was like, 1 second, Jim. I rushed to the restroom, took out my calculator, was doing the math. F minus 32 by 5 equals C, F minus 32 by 9 equals C by 5. And then I came out, it's 6 degrees Celsius. Because I'm used to the centigrade SI unit and not the Fahrenheit. Learning started then. Day 7, I was taken by my friends to a nightclub. I was all excited, my first nightclub in the United States. People were making slow grooves. And I was making this bhangra, I was supercharged, And they were like, ooh, who's this guy? And there were some girls like, just following my steps, And I was like, my friends were like, we don't know him. And I was like supercharged, I came home, I rocked the world today. And this friend of mine who was like, he didn't go anywhere. He was like sitting and all of us came home and he said, how was the experience? Ritwik, how did you do it? And they were like, you know what? Ritwik was a VIP today in the nightclub. And I was like, very important person. No, my friend, you are a very idiot person. Did you know what you made yourself? You made a fool of yourself. Because people were not following you. People were thinking that you came from elsewhere. Day 5. I was actually, this is something which I actually learned before coming to United States. If you don't have any other topic, talk about climate and weather. I was in Milwaukee. From Chicago, I came to Milwaukee. That was where I was supposed to come. So I was talking with this client of mine, and we were thinking that I was explaining about the seasons in India, summer, autumn. We have the 6 seasons. And he just laughed and said, you know what, Ritwik? We have just 2 seasons in Milwaukee, in Midwest rather. Winter or construction. And I was like, okay. Well, there are stories galore in my state, in the United States. And as I retrospect, I just have one question. Was I impractical? Was I paradoxical? No, I was an alien.